on the side and I'll let you know. But for the world to know, nah, don't go on being ghetto, because 9 times out of 10 if you do that, we gonna see it and we laughing at you. What do you want to tell Joe Biden right now? Forgive my student loans, because I'm not even playing with you like that. Dead ass. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And if you're here for the first time, then hey, what's up? Welcome. My name is Zay. As you guys can tell from the title, in today's video we're going to be doing a updated Q&A. I'm gonna be answering y'all questions. I posted on Instagram yesterday, and this is why I said y'all should follow me. So if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. But yeah, I posted on Instagram yesterday telling you guys to ask me any questions, because I'm doing an updated Q&A, which is why we're here right now. So let's get into it. The questions that you guys sent were really good, some laughable, most very good. So I am going to get to most of them. The ones that are like in the same category, kind of reoccurring, I have my phone because that's where they are. They'll be answered together. So before we get into this video, just go ahead and give this video a thumbs up right now, and subscribe if you are not subscribed already, because if you trying to know all this about me and you not subscribed, what's the reason? Nah, but let's get into the video. I was gonna pour me up a drink, but it's 1:30 and I didn't eat anything all day. On second thought, what fun is that, you know? I had put a colada in the fridge yesterday, leftover. Let me see if it's still good. Hold on. Let me get into these questions. I feel like every time I do a Q&A, I'm wearing a flannel. So I'm about to just make it like Q&A attire, because it's cozy. We chilling. All right, so before we get into it, let me just give y'all some background, because you know that I do have new subscribers. I'm doing this updated Q&A. Some people know about me, some people don't. I'm 26 years old. I live in Brooklyn, New York. Born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. Lived in New York all my life. Live in Brooklyn all my life. Nigerian American. I have a dog. That's pretty much it. So yeah, that's the basis of me. On my channel, I do beauty, I do vlogs, lifestyle vlogs, I do hair. Love to do my hair. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So first question, what are you looking forward to most this year? So what I'm looking forward to most this year is self-elevation. Like, I'm just super excited for all that I have planned for myself this year. So that's really what I'm looking forward to the most. Elevating myself, being the best version of myself. That's really what I'm looking forward to most this year. Another question, where do you work? I feel like it's weird to say exactly where I work. I don't think I'm like Beyonce or nothing where I'm gonna say where I work and people gonna pull up and be watching me outside of work. But you just never, once you're an internet personality or influencer, or people follow you and people who you don't know you, it's not safe to really disclose that information. But I can tell you I work in a hospital, and I can tell you that I work as a lab technician in said hospital. But the exact location, if you personally want to know, because I know the person who sent this question, you can hit me on the side and I'll let you know. But for the world to know, nah, y'all can know I work in a hospital. Ain't gotta know exactly which hospital I work in. That's a lot of hospitals in New York. Just know I work in a hospital. So the next question I got is, how do you get out of a funk? My mental has been trash. I speak about this on my channel all the time because I'm not perfect. Y'all know mentally sometimes life be challenging me, but ultimately you just really gotta feel it. You gotta feel it out, but you have to also tell yourself that, shorty, I'm gonna give you X amount of time to feel what you're feeling, but when this day is up and get back to it. Like, it's really, it sounds crazy, but it's really all mental. Because yes, you are going through something mentally, but whatever you're experiencing in your head is literally all in your head. You got to get ahead of it and say like, these thoughts don't matter. Or yeah, your feelings do matter, of course, but I'm gonna give myself this amount of time to feel what I'm feeling or experience what I'm experiencing. But it gotta go. because life goes on. Life don't wait for nobody, so you can't expect life to pause because your mental is screwed up in a moment. So what I do is I give myself a certain amount of time to feel how I'm feeling, and when that when that bell ring, that time is up. Time is up. Favorite spots to hang out in NYC. See, now if I give y'all my spots, who y'all bring into my spots? Because now my spots is gonna be like the new thought spot. I don't mind. My favorite spots to hang out in New York, I don't really hang out per se in New York. If I go out, it's to get food and drinks. But my favorite spots, y'all know I love me a meaty, okay? That's in Brooklyn. It's a Mexican spot. Ugh, love it there. Love their tacos, love their drinks. If you OG Zay Nation, you know, or if you've been around since the summertime, I was starting meaty out. But yes, I love a meaty. Where else do I like to go? I got a new favorite spot, but I'm not gonna tell y'all yet because it's still low-key. It's still very low-key, and I'm trying to keep it low-key for a little while, okay? But where else? Yeah, that's kind of really where I go. Like, if I really want a good time, I'm gonna go to meaty, catch a vibe with my friends or whatever the case is. Yeah, that's really my go-to spot, at least in Brooklyn. That's really my go-to spot. So next question, if you could live anywhere in the world other than New York, where would it be? London. I feel like just take me to the UK. Like, I think I'd blend in perfectly, you know? I'd love it there. So if I could move anywhere in the world, I definitely live in London, for the simple fact that I'm a New York girl to the day I'm no longer here, okay? So I need somewhere that's always gonna match that vibe, and I feel like London can definitely match that vibe for me, you know? Wow, this is a good question. Advice for your 13-year-old self. And I feel like that's a good question because it's when I was 13, really when I was 12, but it's really when I was 13 that life kind of really took a turn for me. Like, life changed, you know? I was still young and naive and numb to it at the time. Like, it didn't seem like life was changing, but life was changing. So what I would tell my 13-year-old self is, wow, hold on, let me think. Like, I saw these questions, but I tried not to premeditate the answers, so like I didn't really think of any of the answers. Give me a second. What would I tell myself? I would tell myself to enjoy my youth. I would still enjoy my, because listen, life was pretty carefree. Like, I didn't have any care in the world. Like, I didn't really have any care in the world. But I would tell myself to be patient, practice patience, enjoy my youth, and don't care about boys. Boys are ugly. But I wasn't like young, wild, and hot when I was 13. So, but just to, you know, for a couple of years down the line, if I had that knowledge, I'd keep that knowledge. But that's what I would tell my 13-year-old self. Oh, I love that question. Another question was how to stay motivated. There's not really no answer because everyone is different. How I stay motivated, some days I'm motivated, some days I'm not. But if you have it in your head that you want to get something done, you're gonna get something done by any means necessary. So it's all about mindset. That's how to stay motivated. What's a fun fact that a lot of people would not know about you? What's a fun fact? I don't know. I'm pretty boring. What's a fun fact? What's a fun fact? Alright, so a fun fact that a lot of people, maybe you may notice, but I am a finesser. I am Queen Finesse. All my friends know I can get us out of, like, I'm the friend that can talk us out of any situation at hand, and that is a blessing. So I don't know, maybe that's my fun fact. You need help? Call me. I got you. Next question, how old are you and your relationship status? I am, why do I always have to think of my age? I am 26 years old, which I said at the beginning of the video. Relationship status, single. Dream vacation spot. Oh, I have so many. I would love to go to Turks and Caicos. I would love to experience Bora Bora. I would love to go to South Africa. I would love to, all right, this is a dream spot. Not everywhere you would love to go, but Turks and Caicos, Bora Bora. Those are my main like top places that I'd love to go. And I'd love to go to Tokyo. I'd love to experience Tokyo. What is your favorite thing about yourself and what is one thing you would change? My favorite thing about myself is the fact that I'm a very optimistic person. I just always try to see the good in every situation. That's probably my favorite and least favorite thing, because the situation could be trash and I'm just like, tears in my eyes. It's all going to be okay. It's all going to be all right. Like, I don't know. What's one thing that I would change about myself? One thing that I would change about myself is learning when to stop extending grace. Like, and I can get to that point, but I give people chances time and time again before I get to that point. So one thing, I don't know, man, like, because I also feel like no matter how people treat me, I would not allow that to stop the kindness of my heart, you know? So I don't know what's something I would change about myself. One thing I would probably change about myself is the fact that I'm impatient. Like, I don't have patience. So I'm learning. I'm working on it. But that's something I changed about myself, I guess. And do you think you've found your soulmate? I don't know. I feel like, you know, I feel like I have found my soulmate. I also feel like, yeah, I feel like I found my soulmate. I do feel like I found my soulmate. Yeah, I do feel like I found my soulmate. Now that I think about it, I do, you know, I do. Next question, favorite place to brunch. Let me tell y'all. So I got this new place. Like, everywhere else was cool or whatever. This place is my new place. The music is not as lit. They play cool music, but the vibes is so calm. But the food, like, when I go for brunch now that I'm older, and now that there's COVID, like, I don't care for like the lit brunch music, everybody shaking ass because COVID. But Poco, NYC, I'm putting y'all on. If you haven't been there, go book your reservation now. You don't even gotta book a reservation. They take walk-ins. Okay? And brunch ends at 4. And I went on a weekday. And when you go, get that French toast. What? The French toast, like, my mouth is watering just thinking about it. The French toast literally like melts on your oh my gosh, I think I gotta go next weekend. Oh my gosh, I have to go next weekend. And then when you do the bottomless, they already mix like the mimosa in like the champagne bottle, so it's not like, oh, they bring in pitchers. No, baby, your mimosa is already made in the bottle, and they just keep bringing more bottles with the Poco NYC. Don't say I never put y'all on. Okay? Don't say I never put y'all on. What are some of your goals in 2022? I recently shared this in my reflection and manifestation video. I don't really like speaking on my goals. This is just a personal thing. No offense to anybody, but a goal, as I mentioned earlier in the video, is just to be more disciplined. So that's what I'm gonna say is my goal for 2022. Discipline. What lip liners do you use? right from the beauty supply store, baby. I go to the beauty supply store, get whatever chocolate brown lip liner I find. It be like $1.99. I take it and I go. Nothing too fancy. Nothing fancy at all. I ain't going to MAC. I ain't going to Sephora. Like, the beauty supply store got all them shades. Okay, just cheaper. That's exactly where I go. Right to the beauty supply store. Another question, how are you? 2 questions. I'm good. I'm actually in a very great headspace. I'm in a very happy headspace. I love the place where I'm at right now. And yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good and I'm so grateful. And the second part of that question was, what were the highs and lows of your 2021? The highs of my 2021, I would say, was securing a job with great benefits, elevating on my YouTube channel, connecting more with new friends, with new people, making great relationships, making great friendships, celebrating myself more, spending time with myself more. Because prior to, like, when the pandemic first hit, which is 2020, obviously, I was definitely going on solo dates. But 2021, like, I took it to a new level. Like, I was so comfortable with doing everything by myself. So I didn't even, you know, like, so I'm just grateful to be able, I was just happy that I can be happy, you know, like, by myself. And don't get me wrong, like, I still love my friends and all that stuff, but I'm happy that I can do things without other people and not feel like I need other people. So, and lows. Honestly, again, like I said in my last chit chat, get ready with me, which was my 2021 reflection, 2022 manifestation video, I had, ultimately, for the most part, I had a great year. I had a really good 2021. So I would say the lowest part of 2021 was my breakup. That was probably the lowest part. Not even probably, like, that was the lowest part of the year. Like, do I ever see myself leaving NYC? Definitely. I'm not staying here for forever. I'm not staying here for very much longer. I love it here. I'm a New York girl at heart. I will always come back and visit, but New York is just getting too much for me, okay? Like, it's just not even too much. Like, I love the lifestyle. I love the city life. I love all of that. It's just expensive. Like, and for someone who's just trying to gain her independence and move on her own, like, I don't have a problem living by myself and moving by myself and taking care of myself, but bitch, it's expensive, okay? It's expensive. It's expensive. It's very expensive, okay? So yes, I do see myself leaving New York City. Someone asked, I want to know how you fell in love and how was the experience? When did you know? For me, that's a really good question. Not for me, that's a really good question, but ultimately that's a really good question. But for me, when did I fall in love? I can't pinpoint the exact time. And by the way, like, yes, I'm single, but we're still cool. Like, we have a good relationship with each other. So just cool it, okay? It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. But when did I know? I knew, I don't know, because to be honest, I don't really know how to, I don't know. I don't know. The experience was beautiful though. I love love, and no matter what, I will always strive for love. Like, I always want love. Like, love is a beautiful thing. So if it don't work with one person, it's gonna work with another person. Like, and if it don't work with that person, it's gonna work with another person. And if it don't work with that person, it's gonna work with another person. Like, I love love. I don't think I will ever give up on love. Like, not even think. I will never give up on love, because it's always somebody for, it's always someone for somebody. And even if it doesn't work out forever, at least you was fulfilled in that moment that it was working out, you know? So I always love love. I'm going off a tangent, but I really don't know, like, ultimately the experience is beautiful. When I fell in love, I don't know, can't really say, because I don't really remember the moment in which I was like, butterflies, I am in love. But it's just like, when you know, you know. So hope that answered your question. Next question, how did you deal with grieving a loved one who passed away? I'm struggling. One, sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry, because that's just, it's just not anything easy to deal with, anything easy to talk about. Like, it's just, how did I deal with it? Baby, all I could do was pray. Like, all I could do was pray. Lord, help me, because if you don't help me through this day, I don't know how I'm gonna get through this day. Other than that, grieving never ends. So it never ends. Like, so what you have to do is find your healthy comfort. Healthy comfort. That's really all I can offer. My healthy comfort at the time, and healthy comfort period, was and is God. Like, that's how I dealt with it. Everyone deals with grief differently, but that's how I had to deal with that situation. Next question, I like this question. How do you get up so early to see the sunrise? Tips and prep on being a morning person in 2022. Naturally, I've always been a morning person because you gotta wake up early to go to school. Like, you know, like I've always been a morning person. I've always had like school early. Not more so in college. In college, I started at like 10 o'clock, but ultimately I'm not a late sleeper, and I have a dog who works on an early schedule as well, so I have to walk him in the morning. So even if I'm not going to work, I have to wake up to walk my dog by 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock latest. So regardless, I'm gonna be up. During the week, I wake up at 5:40 to get to work on time for 8 o'clock, and that's because I have a whole morning routine, which is getting ready, getting my dog ready, walking my dog, feeding the dog, coming back, getting ready to go to work. Boom. So that is how I catch the sunrise, because I have a morning routine which really incorporates my dog. So if, let's say I don't have Kobe for the day or the weekend or whatever the case is, I'm probably not gonna roll out of bed till like 8 o'clock, 8:30, maybe even later. But the sun typically rises between like 6:30 to like 7:30, so that's usually how I catch the sunrise, because by 6:30 I'm dressed, ready to walk Kobe before I go to work. And on weekends by 7 o'clock I'm up, ready to walk Kobe to start his day. So that's really how I do it. But my tips would be to utilize the health app on your iPhone. The health app is amazing. So it'll give you a bedtime. You really have to have enough hours of sleep, basically. So give yourself maybe 8 hours of sleep. You give yourself 8 hours of sleep. By the time the morning comes, you done exuded all the sleep that you can get, so you're not gonna want to sleep in anymore. So instead of like staying in your bed until 10 o'clock just scrolling on your phone, when you wake up, get up, go use the bathroom. When you get up, go use the bathroom, look out your window. You look out your window, open your blinds, light a candle, and then get ready for your day. Like, that's my tips, I would say. But I'm naturally a morning person, so even if I don't have Kobe, like, I can't sleep in past 8 o'clock unless I had a really late night and I was lit. Like, that's really the only way. And then the latest I'm waking up is 10, if that. So that's my tips on that. What is something you would tell 18-year-old Zay? What I would tell 18-year-old Zay is slow down. There is not as much out there as you think there is. Be patient, be patient, be patient. Self-reflect. Self-reflect. You can do better. You can be a better person. Watch the company you keep. Ask yourself if each person you come in contact with has your best interest at mind. Know when to weed out temporary people. And live your life. Enjoy yourself. And be true to yourself. Yeah, that's what I would tell 18-year-old me. And save your money. 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 What do you want to tell Joe Biden right now? Forgive my student loans, because I'm not even playing with you like that. Dead ass. Okay, if you could do anything in the world career-wise, what would it be? I would be, whatever it would be, career-wise, it'll be the most money-making thing with the least amount of effort. Okay, so whatever that is, that's what I would do. Okay, I'd probably be like the world's largest trader or something, to like give me Jeff Bezos' job. Okay, that's what I do. And this seems to be like the last question, which is good for saving for our last question. What new content can we expect in 2022? So as far as new content, we could expect more. I think this is getting to me. You know when it sounds like, when the sound is decreasing. I don't know what I'm talking about, y'all. But as far as new content to expect in 22, so it won't be new, but it'll be new, like, you know. So I'm trying to elevate my girl talks and try to take it, I'm trying to take it to new levels. Not trying, I'm going to take it to new levels, because I know that you guys really love my girl talks, and it's like thank you, because y'all think like y'all really like the words of advice and my outlook and you know, stuff on things. So ultimately, like for my girl talks, I'm trying to elevate it. I'm trying to do it where now I'm inviting maybe 1 or 2 extra people, or maybe even having conversations with like men, you know. I don't know how we feel about them, but even having conversations, just JK, not really, but even having other conversations with like other men to just try to get like a male perspective on things. I'm trying to have a segment, which I'm not gonna give the name of the segment yet, because what if somebody see it and want to steal it and then launch it before me, and I'm gonna be tight. But at least it's gonna show that I said it first if I say it. But okay, so I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it, okay? So I want to have a segment, and it's gonna be called like Royalty Talks. But like, cause you know Princess A, so I'm royalty, so princesses are royalty, or whatever the case is. But it's gonna be like royalty, as in sipping tea. So like royalty talks, or like royalty time, or royalty something. And in those segments, we're gonna have like topics, of course, and then I'm gonna have like, you know, guests and other things. So just a way to elevate my girl talks, to take it to a new level. And not every girl talk is going to be like that, but my royalty segments is gonna be something, you know, that's gonna be something new. So that's what I'm trying to incorporate into my 2022 content. I know you guys are gonna love it. It's just I have to get the logistics of it together. Much rather do it in a studio as opposed to my home. One, because you can't let everybody in your home. No offense to my friends, because most of my friends done been to my crib. But you can't let everyone into your home. And 2, I don't want to let everybody in my home anyway. So I'd rather get a studio, which I do have studios in mind. I'd rather get a studio, get a nice little setup, have mics, have a nice, you know, have the whole little shebang, shindig, whatever the case is. But I still want it to be like homey in a sense. But those are the things that I have in mind, the new things that I have in mind to incorporate into 2022. I also want to do like another segment. Well, yeah, not really a segment, but it's not really new because it's gonna be vlogs, but it's gonna be like a segment where, y'all know I do a lot of solo dates. So I'm trying to like incorporate more solo date content. So like just vlogging my solo dates and my solo days and my self-care days. So I'm just trying to vlog that more, but just more structured. So those are the new contents that you could expect in 2022. If you have any suggestions, y'all know I'm always open to suggestions. Comment them down below, and 9 times out of 10 your girl gonna incorporate them. Let me make sure I got through all the questions. But another question that I didn't get to, which is a good question, is biggest lesson in life. My largest lesson in life, and it sounds so cliche, is that life is short. So while you're here, make your time here memorable. I feel like when you behave certain ways towards people and when you interact with people, my goal here on this life, like I do wish to live a long life, to see my children, to see my grandchildren. Like I pray that God grants me that amount of time in life. but in the time that I'm here, my goal is to inspire. Like, my goal is to influence, and my goal is to change. Like, so when I leave here, I want people to say, okay, because of Zay, she did this and I looked at it like this, or she was so kind, or she was so gracious, or she was so this. And don't get me wrong, not everybody gonna have nice things to say about you, which is okay, but the majority beats the minority. So who really care what they think in the first place? But ultimately, so my biggest lesson in life was to be kind and to be intentional and to leave a mark on this world, because life is too short. So don't live life like, oh, I got time tomorrow, because you don't know that you have time tomorrow. Live life for today. I ain't saying being wild and reckless and carefree, but you can if that's what makes life worth living for you. But ultimately, life is short, so enjoy it while you can. So that's pretty much it for this Q&A. Let me give a little disclaimer, okay? I'm not even about to give a disclaimer, because I don't even really care about what y'all say and what y'all, no, let me stop. But because, you know, people is messy, people are messy. But real quick, like, yes, I am single. No, there is no bad blood between us. It's just not okay in the time that we're in right now for us to be together. That's still my nigga. So, not my nigga, like, I mean still, but like, that's still my man's. Like, no bad blood. So don't go on being messy, don't go on being ghetto, because 9 times out of 10, if you do that, we gonna see it and we laughing at you. So there's that on that. Yeah, so that's pretty much the end of this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down whatever you want down below, okay? Subscribe if you are not subscribed already. I really think this is really getting to my head, because it's like everything is like sounding low. But yeah, I love you guys so much. Let me hide this, because, you know, YouTube be demonetizing for everything. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you all in my next video. Mwah.